10 years ago, I took a photo on a rainy night in a graveyard, then promptly forgot about it until September of this year. I knew I wanted to do something special for Halloween, and at the time I wasn't sure what I was going to do. At first, I was going to go to an area that's pretty dangerous this time of year, but then my wife pointed out this picture, and since I rediscovered it, I have really wanted to debunk it. I am that kind of person. I would rather debunk things or explain things away rather than lie and tell somebody it is spooky. So we decided to go back to the graveyard to try to find where the photo was taken and try to come up with an explanation for what it is. With that being said, we had some hiccups along the way. 2 of our cameras just died, one to the point where I had to replace it. My original camera's SD card got lost, and the recorder you will see in the video, well, it was on, but nothing was recorded. So I had to film with my phone while my wife filmed with hers. She decided not to turn her phone on the side, so you will see a difference in the footage. But with that being said, I'm going to send it to my real self to get on with this. Okay, we're here at the cemetery. It's an undisclosed location because I don't want people to come in and vandalize this place because I have actual family here. But it's not a very big cemetery. And sorry about the wind and the noise in the background. Got a person mowing their lawn across the street. There are houses around, but this cemetery is not that big. Anyways, I have, like I said, family here, and so that's why when we took that picture, we were here because I was kind of visiting family. Not going to share where my family is. I'm actually standing right where my mother's buried and my grandmother's buried because my mother's buried on top of my grandmother's grave because my mom got cremated and we put a stone there right underneath her ashes. So as you can see, it's not very big. And again, this is an undisclosed location. I don't want people coming here. It's a very quiet place. My wife is with me, so she's going to be shooting secondary video so that we can actually put this all together later on. Looks like they have a couple of new graves back there, because it used to be that this whole entire area over in here was pretty bare, but we're gonna come up on the first actual place, and I need the iPad. I brought my iPad with me because I figured, hey, at least I can have the photo up and in a better state. Got to pull up the photo, and here is the photo. Now, the reason why we think it was right here is because when you zoom in, it looks like it's right about here. And I can see what could be the head as that towery freaking thing that's way over there. But I did bring also the original camera because our newer camera got busted somehow and won't work. Yeah, I think it's actually, I think anyways, because I'm trying to line it up. I think it's right there. That's the way it looks like. You agree?
Yeah.
And if it's right there, there's a problem because there's nothing there that could actually create the illusion of a person standing between the two. I mean, the back, you can possibly say that with the two actual gravestones in the back, but I'm going to pull up my camera, set it on a tripod, try to get a close-up of that and take a picture and see if it comes out as there's something there that can be explained. So sit tight, I gotta do some work. Okay, back. As you can see, I set up my old camera, and I don't know if you can see, that's pretty much the same angle. It's slightly off. I'm going to actually see if I can pull it back a little bit. About there. That looks just about right. Yeah, it looks just about right. And there is nothing that could actually make the image that I see in the photo, because unless I actually move it upwards a little bit, might have to. In fact, I'm going to try doing that right now. If I actually have it up here, maybe then, yeah, I can see something, but it doesn't seem like it's fully the same image. Maybe if I try moving the camera up a little bit, like put it like right here, see if that gives it a little, okay, yeah, here we go. Now I'm gonna have to move it over a little bit here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to try to, about there. I'm going to grab my iPad. It's almost the same. Just slightly different. Again, I'm trying to find the perfect angle of where this picture could have been taken. And so far, I have not found the perfect angle for it. Let's see if I put it right here. Move it back a little bit. Maybe. That one gives a little bit of an interesting one, because if you actually look at it, kind of looks like there's a head poking out of the behind the thing, but it's just one of the stones, I think. Yeah, it's just one of the stones. It's interesting, but I'll try to use this instead. That's the two. Those two are the two stones that are in the image, and right beyond it is this obelisk thing that looks kind of like a head. If I scooch down like so, kind of looks like it's somebody poking their head out. So I don't know. I think I debunked it. What? Hang on, my wife thinks that there could be a better spot. Hang on. Going to right here. This is my wife. She doesn't want me to show her face. If I showed her face, I'm probably going to blur it out. Right there. That makes a lot more sense. That's the image. That's the direction she thinks. I'm going to look at the picture now. She got it on. She's got it straight on. This is a picture. And this is the angle. And again, probably hard to see because I got a lot of light reflecting. It's really hard to figure out what caused that actual image. I can see the stone in the background. It might be the stone in the background mixed with the headstone just beyond it. So again, I'm going to have to actually say it's debunked. But that's what I would rather do. I would rather actually have it debunked than actually lie. But just for the funsies, I actually did bring some things out just to see what we can do with it. So I'm going to put away my camera. I'm not going to take any photos with it because, well, it's old. It probably is retired, and I've retired it a long time ago. So I'm just going to put it back in its case. Then we're going to move on to just some funsies. Okay. Sorry if I'm out of breath. Had to walk to my car. Had too much stuff. But I brought my little spirit box. And my EVP detector. Or EMF detector. I'm not going to even bother editing that. I brought an EMF detector, which Becky, my wife, is going to be playing with while I play with the spirit box. We're heading over to where she wants to actually go. As you see, that's where we debunk things. There's actually an interesting grave here that I wanted to share really quick because it's kind of freaking cool. There's a gravestone in the shape of a bench. You wanted to go in there? But really quickly, I'm going to share this. There's a that is a gravestone right there in the shape of a bench for anybody to sit and relax. It's an interesting little concept, but we are going to attempt to see if there's anything here. I'm going to turn on this. Okay, I gotta see how the volume is like on this. I'm gonna have to turn it up because my actual, well, my speaker kind of blew. So we're gonna sweep reverse first and see what comes out of it at 200 milliseconds. As soon as I actually do this right. You hear that? I'm gonna have to listen to this back. It is at 200 milliseconds. Might pick up a little bit of radio. Anybody here? I might be picking up some. That was weird. But I think that was a radio station. There's someone here, say hi. There's somebody here, say hi. Okay, I'm now going to stop this way, and I'm going to do the sweep rate at 100 milliseconds. It's going to be a lot faster. See if we can actually pick up something off of that with sweeping forward. I'm getting faint stuff that doesn't make sense. Could be just my imagination. Anybody want to talk? Okay, those two were interesting because those that were going too fast for just one, that's streamed over. Yeah. Hello? There's something echoing in the background, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Of course, I'm not actually trying to figure out what they're saying, if anything, because it's radio stations, but never know. That one was really faint. There's something here. As you see how fast it's going, it shouldn't get full sentences, and I've gotten at least one that sounded like a full sentence. Somebody's here. Please say hi. That was a hi. It sounded like a hi to me, but I'll listen to it back, see if it is. Should I go left or right? That was weird. I'm letting you guys see how fast this thing's going. There's some ducks in the background. I got like at least one full sentence. Okay. I think it was a full sentence. Have you got anything on anything? Nothing on this. So we're going to head over to the other place that I wanted to go and see what we get there. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to head over there right now. Be right back. I forgot to mention, the reason why we're doing this during the day is because there have been a lot of vandalism to cemeteries lately around my area. So, because cops are out and stuff, it's better to kind of not do that at night, or do this at night. But I grabbed my EMF detector, which is showing 0. There's no electricity here, so if it goes off, it's going to be interesting. My wife has a spirit box, so she can start it whenever she wants. Well, I'm going to possibly wander a little bit.
Yeah. Whose grave am I on?
What? Let me hear.
I asked whose grave am I on?
That was weird. I just heard a voice.
I don't know if it said that.
I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the stuff. If it's good, that'd be cool.
Anybody want to say hi? Hello? Who are you?
You get anything? Did I just say my name?
I don't know, I heard a hi down there. Anybody want to say hi? Have a message?
That was weird. That was probably just the radio station. But we're gonna probably call it because it is getting pretty dark out and it looks like it's gonna start raining soon. So we debunked the picture. We may have got evidence of EVPs and spirit box stuff, but I'm just gonna say that that photo is probably just pareidolia of a couple of graves. So that being said, I'm gonna go back to my animated form to do the outro, and I hope you all have a lovely Halloween. I really feel I debunked the picture, but the spirit box was getting these weird echoey voices that made me slightly confused. I have never heard it do that before, so I'm not sure what it was. But I highlighted some moments where it went off and what I think it said. That does not mean it's a ghost or paranormal. This just means that there were moments where it seemed like there was something answering me or my wife. Though times it seems like I'm not being skeptical, I was. I was just relaying my thoughts as they were happening. But I hope you have a happy Halloween. I am taking the week off, then we'll return. And when I return, I'm going to be looking at the disturbing case of the Slender Man stabbing.